Why Cinderella is Walt Disney's favorite heroine? Due to the prominence of Charles Perrault's version, Cinderella is one of the best-known stories of all time. It has appeared across many different eras and in many different cultures, and according to varying estimations, there could be anything between 350 and 1,500 different versions of the tale. Disney's 1950 animated version of Cinderella is largely based on Perrault's 1697 fairy tale, sharing core elements like a fairy godmother, a pumpkin carriage, glass slippers, a ball, and a romantic relationship between Cinderella and a prince. However, Disney also added significant variations and embellishments, such as talking animals and songs. So we first begin to discuss more on the similarities with Charles Perrault's Cinderella version with that of the Disney animated Cinderella version. In terms of the plot, both versions feature a mistreated girl, which is Cinderella, who is helped by magic to attend a ball where she meets and falls in love with the prince. Both stories include a fairy godmother who provides magical assistance to Cinderella, transforming ordinary items into magical ones like a pumpkin into a carriage. Both versions have Cinderella attending a grand ball where she dances with the prince. In both versions, Cinderella leaves a slipper on Perrault's version or shoe with the Disney version at the ball, and the prince uses it to find her. Both versions end with Cinderella and the prince getting married and living happily ever after. Now, let's talk about the differences. Perrault's Cinderella attends two balls, while the Disney version only features one ball. In Perrault's version, the stepmother is present but doesn't actively try to stop Cinderella from going to the ball, while Disney's version has the stepmother actively preventing Cinderella from attending. Disney's version adds animated characters like mice and birds, songs, and comedic elements that are absent in Perrault's text. Disney's ending is slightly altered. The slipper is shattered before Cinderella can try it on, requiring her to prove her identity with the other shoe. The use of glass slipper is also emphasized in Disney's version, highlighting the glossy nature of the gown, similar to Perrault's use of gold and silver. When Cinderella became a Disney princess. Cinderella became a Disney princess with the release of the animated film Cinderella in 1950. This film introduced her as the titular character and established her as one of the first Disney princesses. Cinderella is considered the second official Disney princess following Snow White. Reasons why Cinderella is Disney's favorite princess. Eileen Woods, the voice of Cinderella, recalled that Walt Disney once admitted to her that Cinderella was his favorite Disney heroine, as there was something about that story I associate with. Woods added that she believed Walt Disney could relate to Cinderella's rags to riches tale as he risked it all to realize his dreams. In addition to that, Cinderella has Walt Disney's favorite animated scene, which is one of the most iconic moments in Disney history, the transformation of the dress. Cinderella was a massive critical and commercial success, saving the studio and giving it a new sense of direction and more confidence in its next projects, which were Alice in Wonderland in 1951 and Peter Pan in 1953. Cinderella's silver versus blue dress dispute. The Cinderella's dress debate centers on whether her iconic ball gown was originally blue or silver. While the original 1950 animated film depicts it as a silver gown, Disney marketing and subsequent merchandise have popularized the blue version. This shift is attributed to practical reasons like the blue hue being easier to promote and sell compared to silver, which might be seen as too similar to a wedding dress. The live action 10th year anniversary. The 2015 live action Cinderella movie is celebrating its 10th anniversary. The film, starring Lily James, was released on March 13, 2015, and is celebrating the milestone with screenings and online engagements. The movie is also available for streaming on Disney Plus. The film grossed over $542 million worldwide. The movie received positive reviews and was nominated for awards for its costumes. Fans are celebrating the movie's anniversary, praising the performances, costumes, and overall adaptation of the fairy tale, according to Reddit and Facebook. As for my observation, I really enjoyed and loved both of the Disney animated Cinderella and the live action. Although the animated Cinderella is, of course, the OG Cinderella, it's just the adaptation of Charles Perrault's version to present this fairy tale in terms of media at that time. The animated Cinderella is we all grown up with. But when I watched the live action, my reaction was pretty good. The casting, the backdrop, the story, everything is great. I do appreciate Walt Disney for they didn't go that far from the animated story. And Lily James is, in my own opinion, the real life Cinderella. She resembles how Cinderella would look like in the animated version. The hair color, her overall physical look, and her gesture and personality speaks for itself. It's just that there are some elements Disney has changed everything with the live action, such as how Cinderella would look in her main blue gown. I just saw this viral post on Instagram. Some of fans were rooting for the OG Cinderella look. I wonder what would it be if Lily James dressed perfectly with that of the OG Cinderella. You know, her hair in an updo bun and wearing light blue dress with gloves. One thing I noticed with the live action is that most of guests and other characters were living in the like vintage French appeal, except for Cinderella that she's dressed within the modern time. I don't know. I wish she's twinning with the OG Cinderella look. The 75th anniversary doll. Disney's store is proud to present the Cinderella 75th anniversary limited edition doll, costumed in a beautiful white gown complete with embroidered details and shimmering rhinestone embellishments. Expressive, highly detailed sculpting, realistic rooted hair styled with ribbon headband. The doll is posable. The dress has off-shoulder gown with sheer sleeves, made up of layered skirt with split peplum overlay. The doll wears translucent glass slippers, wears earrings and choker. The doll has a display stand included. The packaging comes in elegant window display with gatefold cover, foil decoration, and magnetic lock. It also has certificate of authenticity included. This doll is nice. However, I wish the face mold would be like the Cinderella doll made by Saks Fifth Avenue. One thing I noticed about this doll is that Disney has changed the color of Cinderella's dress, and this doll is like a first model to have Cinderella wearing white dress to wipe off to clear the notion. Everyone's been debating on the color of Cinderella's dress. But all I can say that I'm living for the light pale blue color for Cinderella's ball gown with gloves. That's all for now, guys, and thank you so much for joining me as we celebrate the 75th legacy of Cinderella. I hope you enjoy and like this video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you wouldn't be missed with my future videos. Stay safe, stay kind, and we'll see you next time. Bye.